Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Janelle Mona, and I am here with Harper's Bazaar UK, ready to share with you some life lessons. What have I learned about style over the years? Style for me is creative. It's a creative process. And honestly, I don't think it can be taught or bought. You can buy things, you can have access to things, but your creativity, the way that you mix your pieces or the things you won't wear, how you keep things simple and special can be a form of art. It's a very artistic process for me when I think about style, and it comes from your soul, it comes from your spirit, it comes from your essence. And it always starts in my mind. Like I always have an image of how I want to feel before I actually put together what my style is going to be. So, style is essentially a reflection of your soul, of your evolution of who you are at that time. My personal style has evolved with me. I like to honor exactly where I am at that time. I love exploration. I don't like to be boring. I don't like to, if I'm not feeling it, repeat the same thing just for the sake of like fear. I'm unafraid to venture out and, try out new things. But I will say my black and white stays with me, but it morphs into different versions. It's not always a suit. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's this polka dot number that I have on in black and white. And sometimes it's just my birthday suit. The best piece of fashion advice I've ever been given is sort of what I tell myself. I think, just talking and thinking about style today and what that is, like people can give you things and tell you what a trend is, but ultimately, like it has to come from your heart and your soul. Just like when I'm creating music, I'm writing anything artistic, it has to be honest to who you are. I think that what we wear has the potential and the power to make very powerful statements, politically, artistically, and what we don't wear, what we say, fuck that, I'm not wearing a shirt today. I'm not like the messaging behind the why can be transformative for generations, for so many people. For me, my black and white has represented honoring the working class and bringing awareness to working class folks. And, like my parent who wore their uniform every single day. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's important because these are the people who are cleaning up our schools. These are the people cleaning up our community. They're not thought about. They're not considered. And now we're having conversations about how are we helping, lower class earning folks. It's a spectrum. So you can talk about it from that vantage point, and you can talk about it like you're bucking up against gender norms. I'm non-binary. For me, my clothing also says you can't define me. You can't squeeze my freedom. And I think clothes can absolutely, or the lack of them, can absolutely make that point. And for me, it's very therapeutic. Like when I'm exercising my freedom and my rights, and if I feel like I have a little, I have a little influence, and I can talk about certain things that I don't think are fair. I can do that through clothing, and I can just have fun with clothing too. Oh, beauty is obviously defined by you. It's like art, beauty is art. And for me, I love finding beauty in the little things. I love finding beauty in how people treat each other. I find beauty in how I talk to myself, how I affirm myself. I find beauty in a chord change in a song. I also find beauty in the way something has been styled. When I watch somebody show like a Tom Brown, or when I go see the production and the experience, it can leave me feeling like I want to create more beauty. And there's a quote by the legendary group Earth, Wind & Fire, the lead singer Maurice White. He says, if there ain't no beauty, make some beauty. Have mercy. If there ain't no beauty, make some. The best piece of beauty advice, don't act ugly. Don't be ugly. Meaning, don't be mean to people. Don't treat people rudely. We're all capable of having bad days. I surely am. And sometimes maybe you may not say things how you want to say them, or, you didn't get an opportunity to be your best self. But just don't be internally a ugly spirited person. So I feel most beautiful when I'm with people who also feel beautiful. Like when we're a community of people who are rooted in love, rooted in self acceptance. For instance, I'm on tour right now, and all I see is this sea of people in each city that I go to. And they are just like dressed one of one. Everybody has their thing, everybody's unique. And I feel a part of that because I'm on stage, I'm creating. You can feel the creativity. Like when I'm creating and I'm super artistic and I have a really good idea and I know it's a good idea, I don't know, I just feel super beautiful. I feel like I'm at my best. I feel beautiful when I'm at my best, when I'm doing my best, when I'm in communion at the right time with the right people. Ooh, self-care means everything to me. Like how I talk to myself, how I hug myself. When I wake up, I have to affirm myself by saying, at every evolution, I forgive you, I love you. I'm no good to you if I don't love myself and if I don't care for myself. How am I going to know how to care for you? So it's essential. Yeah. I think that success, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. I think I'm very proud of how I've been able to grow, and evolve, while still obviously being like, known, not to everybody, but I am a public figure, and I have not allowed that to stop me from being afraid to make mistakes, to grow. I think that fame and all of that can get in the way of being an artist, meaning creating art, to create art. And I'm so happy that I've stayed rooted in creating art, whether it's in film, TV, literature, music. I haven't always gotten it right, but I've tried my best to really surround myself with a community of people who uplift me, and encourage me by just how they live their lives to be the best version of myself. And I'm also proud of the kinds of people that come out to our shows and see us perform. I think that they, like myself, understand that we really do need each other, and we have to use our influence, our power to help that next person, whose voice is not as amplified. We have to lock arms. Being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, being a non-binary, Black, all of those things, that is a part of my identity. And those are the people that I want to take care of. And I think the people that I see when I look out into their audience, they get that, they live that, and I love knowing that we're reflecting each other. I'm looking at 1,000 versions of myself in the best possible way, and likewise. I always say that I have to protect little Janelle, because our little versions of ourselves, they never leave. They're always there. Sometimes we're still wounded. We have to work through that. Sometimes we're super free-spirited, and we have to remember to keep that childlike wonder, and not try to control it, because when you start getting adult responsibilities, all of a sudden you don't have time to play. Play, Janelle. Play more, and just know that you have such a light. Don't ever feel obligated to dim your light around people that don't get you or understand you. It's very important to ask yourself why. Why do you want to be an artist? Surround yourself with the right people, because you're going to forget that why sometimes. Life is going to life you. So you have to always remember your purpose, what that is. Also, don't forget to celebrate yourself and celebrate the journey. Don't always think it's about reaching a destination. Really, the fun is in the journey. Once that ends, then what? Then what's next? So remember that even in the hardships, the tough times, all of it, it's all a part of the journey. And don't rush to get to the top, because I hear it's very lonely. I think that friendship evolves. It's like a dance. Sometimes you're dancing, when you're good, you're aligned, and then there will be other times where somebody can absolutely come between you guys and, stop the electric slide that you're doing. But that doesn't mean you won't come back around and swing into salsa together. It may be a month, it may be a year. So just know that friendships look more like this sometimes than like that. How do I think my friends would describe me? Funny. They think I'm fun. I'm like, what did I just say? I'm just being me. Like my friends think I'm very funny. They would definitely say I'm the fire starter. If we're gonna party, we're gonna party. If we're gonna vacation, we're gonna vacation. If we're gonna work, we're gonna work. And I think they would say that I'm a giver. Sometimes I might not have a lot of time, but when we are engaged with one another, I feel like I give all of me. I think love has many different faces. I'll just say that. And I do believe that love is not jealous. So I think that love can leave room for many different people at the same time. When it comes to confidence, I know that I've put in the work. I know that you can have talent, you can have a gift, but if you're not putting in the reps, you will not maximize your potential. And so I always compare it to like Michael Jordan, who's one of my favorite basketball players. With me, I know, and I know Michael Jordan knows that he can work hard. He has to practice. And if he misses a free throw, he's still Michael Jordan. All right, guys, I will see you next time. I know. You wanted me to say so much more. I know. We'll talk later.